Madam Chair, thank you for the honor of reading this resolution, honoring another of our wonderful county employees, this time upon her retirement. Those of us who have sought elected office know well Ms. Tami Bisantz of our Clerk Recorder's Office, because she helps us through the paperwork that allows us to have our name on the ballot. She does it with calm and incredible depth of knowledge, treating everyone equally, and it's been a pleasure, and I come to this with great gratitude, Tami, for your service to the county, which has spanned some 43 years. I happen to have the resolution recognizing you with me, and if you would like to come forward with the clerk's indulgence. I realize this may take some persuading, and Ms. Kano may have to order you.
And Ms. Kano should come forward too.
She should come forward too. It's my honor to read a resolution honoring Tami upon her retirement after 43 years of dedicated service to the County of San Luis Obispo Clerk Recorder's Office. It reads, whereas Tami has faithfully served the County of San Luis Obispo's County Clerk Recorder's Office for more than 43 years, demonstrating exceptional commitment, integrity, and professionalism in every aspect of her work. And whereas Tami has witnessed and helped shaped decades of change in the administration of elections, from conducting elections in the historic county courthouse to the, quote, new Cacho-Ashajian Government Center, adapting, although reluctantly, to evolving technology, laws, and procedures, while always ensuring that every election was conducted with fairness and accuracy. And whereas throughout her career, Tami has been the cornerstone of the elections division, always patient, knowledgeable, and ready with an answer or willing to find one, many of us cannot imagine navigating an election without her steady guidance, calm reassurance, and good humor. And whereas Tami is known for her wacky socks, her ever-full candy bowl, and her infectious laughter that fills the office with joy, and whereas beyond her professional excellence, Tami lives by the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, reference Luke chapter 6, verse 31. She constantly extends kindness, compassion, and forgiveness, whether through her service to her church or through her heartfelt prayers for others facing difficult times. And whereas Tami's generosity of spirit, unwavering faith, and genuine care for others have made her not only an exemplary employee, but also an irreplaceable friend and confidant to all who have had the privilege of working with her. And whereas, although she will humbly shy away from recognition, there is no one more deserving of our gratitude and celebration. Her legacy will be forever stitched into the fabric of the Clerk Recorder's Office, much like the quilts she so lovingly creates. Now, therefore, be it resolved and ordered that the Board of Supervisors of the County of San Luis Obispo, State of California, does hereby express its deepest appreciation to Tami Bisantz for her 43 years of dedicated public service, her warmth and humor, her mentorship and friendship, and her embodiment of the true spirit of kindness and community. Be it further resolved that we wish her continued joy, happiness, and contentment in her well-earned retirement, and remind her that while she may be impossible to replace, she will never be forgotten.
I just want to thank everybody for the kind words that were said. Public speaking is definitely not my thing, but I did want to share a few words. It has truly been a privilege to serve the public over these many years. I've seen a lot of changes in the county. I've worked with 5 different county clerks over the years. When I first started, we were part of the courts, and we handled the elections and the Board of Supervisors. Over time, the Recorder's Office combined with ours, the court separated from our department, and more recently, the clerk of the board moved to the administrative office. Through all these transitions, our commitment to public service never wavered. If anything, it grew stronger. In recent years, working with the public has been a bigger challenge. Courtesy and respectful communication aren't as common as they used to be. Too often, people feel it's acceptable to be angry, to yell, or even curse at the public servants, or just trying to help them. We're regular people working hard and supporting their families, and many of us are simply following legal mandates. With that in mind, I encourage the board during the budget process to remember the line staff. the people doing work in the office, out in the field, and on our roads. We live in one of the most expensive counties in the state, yet some positions still aren't paid comparable to other counties of similar size. We shouldn't have to lay off staff in order to have others get a raise. The real question should be, how is the county generating revenue and how is it being used? I also want to say how proud I am of the county clerk recorder staff and management team. They work hard and they follow the law, and they deal with a lot of misinformation and frankly shenanigans from the public. I'm especially proud of Elena Cano. She stepped into the role in an incredibly difficult time and has faced criticism from certain members of the public and from other county departments. Yet she stands firm and does her best to follow the law. You couldn't pay me enough to do her job. But she remains committed to public service, and I admire her for it. In closing, I hope we can all remember to treat others the way we would like to be treated. This is in the Bible under Matthew and Luke. I will continue to pray for our community, for our leaders at every level, that Jesus would grant wisdom, compassion, and clarity in the decisions being made that affect people's lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Tami. Come on in, Ms. Cano.
This is tough, man. This is not good. Thank you. I too had to write mine down. Good morning, everybody. Elena Cano, your county clerk recorder. As we are all here honoring Tami, who has given an absolute incredible 43 years of service to the clerk recorder's office, and someone who has meant a whole lot more than just a coworker to so many of us. I first met Tami back in 2005 when I was the deputy city clerk for the city of San Luis Obispo. Even then, before I even stepped foot into county government, she was the person I relied on. If I had a question, if I was unsure, if I needed someone patient enough to talk me through a process without making me feel like I was bothering her, it was Tami. She was my go-to from day one. When I eventually joined the clerk recorder's office as the assistant clerk recorder, I got to know her in a whole new way. I got to see not just how good she was at her job, and let's be honest, she is exceptional, but I also got to know her as a person, and that's the part that has changed my life most. So sorry. Tami has been my confidant, my sounding board, and my person I could turn to during the toughest times, my most trying times I have faced. I like to joke that she's my own personal prayer chain, my phone a friend to the big guy upstairs, and with all due respect, not the CAO. But there's a bad day. I don't mean to take a shot at you on that one, but I mean a little higher, more floors.
Understood.
But there's truth behind that joke, and she's just has this incredible gift of showing up with kindness, with faith, and calm exactly when you need it the most. She has supported me, encouraged me, laughed with me, cried with me, and even wagged her finger at me, sometimes all in the same afternoon. And that's what makes saying goodbye to her in this office so hard, because while she is leaving behind an extraordinary legacy of professionalism, dedication, and 43 years of service, she's also leaving behind a space that only she has ever filled. I'm going to miss her terribly, not just because of the incredible work she has done for this department, but because of who she has been to me, a friend, a steady presence, and a reminder that grace and kindness really do matter in this world. Tami, there will never be enough words to thank you for all you have given to this county, to this office, and to me personally. But I hope you know how deeply appreciated and deeply loved you are. Congratulations on your well-earned retirement. We wish you peace, joy, rest, and hopefully a whole lot of adventures that are much more exciting than any election.
Okay, that was incredible. That was really incredible. I'll bring it back to the board. And does anybody else want to make a comment or anything? Okay, yeah, right. Bring it back to the board, and we'll start with Supervisor Moreno.
Thank you, Chair. There are forms that elected officials have to fill out on a regular basis beyond just running for election. And there is one of those forms that my 12 years prior to being at the county, I only had to do one time. It's one of those weird ones. Fast forward to this spring, and I had to do two of them. And I was like, I couldn't remember how to do them. My treasurer does it, take it to the clerk's office. Like, I've never seen this before, Tami, this is what we need to do. She got it all fixed, got it done right. Thank you, Tami. It's a complicated job. There's a lot that goes into it, as everybody has said. And so, Tami, I don't know where you went. Oh, there you are. Thank you for that. Thank you for all you've done. And congratulations on retirement. Enjoy.
I just want to thank you for keeping me legal. Because, knowing me, I could go sideways at any time. So thank you for keeping me straight and narrow. And I appreciate that. And may God bless you in your retirement.
Supervisor Paulding.
Thank you. Tami, I feel like you are literally the embodiment of a public servant and the standard we aspire to in terms of professionalism. And I think over the years, I've seen all the stress and anxiety of the workload that you've been under, and you always have that smile and that confidence. And I knew that we were in good hands knowing that you were there. And I really, really appreciate that. You set that standard, and something that I aspire to as well when the workload's impossible. So thank you so much, and congratulations on your well-deserved retirement.
Supervisor Gibson.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I don't know what else to add, but thank you, Tami, for being a good friend to so many. And we're going to miss seeing you here in the building, hopefully not out in the wider world.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah, it's really true. That confidence and kindness together makes such a difference on the other side of the window when we come with our papers, and then for everybody else in the community. And I just want to say thank you, Tami, for always helping and being patient and calling us back and saying you signed in the wrong place, or whatever it is that we did, and hanging in there with us, and then also just that you've been there for the clerk recorder, because we've had some really tough years, and that is really big, and for the whole team. You guys are all amazing. But Tami, 43 years, we can't say thank you enough. So bless you, and here's to your next chapter. Okay, bye. Thank you.